You're back with another one. Top 10 badass character introductions in anime. By VinnyTube, back with them. Go ahead, like their video. Go sub to them. Back to like my video, you know. Don't even click off. Like right now. Go down there, like this video. Then after you're done, click in the description. There's going to be the original video. Go ahead and like their video. Because, you know, they put in the work for this. So you might as well give them badass Attack on Titan entrances. Hold up. Let me... Oh, I did not mean to go there. I was going to add that too. Stop it. Oh, the Q? Okay, forget it. I'm messing up. Let's add that to a list. I'll take care of that later. Let's go ahead and get into it. Expect that. That looks fire. Expect that. Sometime in the future. Not today.
First
next,
impressions
like
matter.
Tomorrow.
That much we know. And for an anime character to have a legacy in a show, their introduction is probably one of the most important things. A good debut can help a character hit the road running, while a flat one can doom a character to mediocrity unless something magical happens in the long run. Today, we'll be having a deep dive and looking at the top 10 most badass character introductions in anime. We could say that these characters have had some of the best debuts, and I think that the way they debuted did wonders for their popularity moving forward. But before we get going, I'd like to encourage you to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow, and it will only take you less than a second.
Share,
Let's try to hit that 1 million subs milestone together.
You can share this video and then in turn share their video at the same time. But definitely go over there and like their video. And this video.
For those of you who love Japanese history, the name Hideyoshi should ring lots of bells. One of the most legendary figures in the Sengoku era, just a tier below Nobunaga, deserves nothing less than a grand debut. Thankfully, Sengoku Basara gives him just that. This is one of the surprisingly badass introductions in anime. Standing atop a hill with practically no one else but himself, he bravely stares down armies out for blood. Then the arrows come, and he reflects them with nothing but his outstretched fists. Yep, that just happens, and it's a surreal sight to see.
Extra.
What an introduction. Hideyoshi is the only person who doesn't use a single weapon. All he needs are his fists and strength, and in the war-torn era of armies and military, you don't get any more badass
At least
than that.
the B+ character. He got the strength. That's what I was talking about in the last one. He got the strength. At least B+. I mean, that's a lot of strength right there. He might be an A tier, let alone he might be S tier. I don't know. S tier kind of strong. He an S tier. He S tier right here from what I've seen so far.
Kaisen Moments video I posted, and you can immediately see how many of those involve this badass mentor being awesome and filling us with awe. However, while it was his fight with Jogo that made the internet explode, he didn't have the shabbiest of introductions either. Right off the bat, we see him being his whimsical self. You'd expect anyone to go all out in that fight against an aggressively attacking Yuji, but Gojo just toys with him throughout. You know a character is badass when he can just playfully toy with an opponent out to kill him. Surely a preview of things to come when he finally decides to be serious against the other curses.
That's how I be doing in Mortal
Future Trunks
Kombat.
takes the next slot on the list.
I just be toying with people until they piss me off. I'm like, alright, time to turn up. Trunks did have a badass entrance.
The character
Too bad
from
I
the
don't remember
future
it.
coming back to change
Like
the
my
past
first
storyline's been
OG.
done a lot in anime already. However,
When I started watching Dragon Ball, it was like the Buu saga. And then like I saw reruns and it was like the Cell saga, like deep into the Cell saga. So I had no clue. Like I thought like Trunks was just a regular ass character. Like he was a part of the gang. I didn't know that he was from the future and none of this shit. Had me like when I went back to rewatch it all, it was like a brand new experience because like I only watched this stuff on TV on like Toonami and shit.
such instances, few characters could come back and make an impact as big as Future Trunks did. Future Trunks arrives to warn the good guys about the looming bad future featuring the androids, and he comes face to face with Frieza and
millions
King
of
Cold.
American
Remember
kids
Frieza?
to,
Remember how
anime.
much trouble he gave the good guys? This must mean there's an epic battle ahead. Well, not really. If you need any further proof of shonen power creep, this moment is a good example, as Future Trunks handily dispatches both Frieza and King Cold. This does get the Z fighters' attention, and we can finally move on to the meat of the arc. A great way to build Future Trunks up as a fighter, but it's also amusing how quickly Frieza got turned into fodder in this story.
Ain't no reason for him to be that damn strong.
Next up, we have Levi's introduction in the first season of Attack on Titan.
Too much has happened. I can't look
With how
back.
many
I can't
highlights
look
Levi
back.
has,
It's so
it can be
sad.
easy to forget where it all
So many
began.
deaths.
So here, let me give you a refresher course on the epic introduction that he had way back. Like a blade that rends despair,
painful.
Levi comes in from the sides and showcases some top-tier Titan slaying action, the first of many that he'd commit to in the series. I think that what makes this moment so cool is the music. It just works so well having it blare while he slowly analyzes and breaks down the invading Titans with his team. Hanji joins in on the party too, but we all know who the main star of the moment is now, don't we? Spinning
right.
through the air and finishing the last Titan with an air of cool ruthlessness, Levi shows us how you introduce humanity's strongest soldier.
Attack on Titan, they could have put some like Easter eggs in there, like the Titan faces being of like real people. I mean, they probably are real people. Like they probably did do that. Like some game studios, they'd be putting the cast, like Mortal Kombat, they put the cast head in the pits or whatever, in the bottom of the pits. They reanimated themselves.
Sword of the Stranger wastes little time
Not
in
the cast,
introducing
but
its
the
primary antagonist, the Invincible Wall,
developers.
and the all-powerful storm that our protagonist must overcome. In the movie's
They
early
probably did
moments,
that on
we
Attack
see
on Titan.
Luo
Probably the
Lang
first
take on
episode.
an entire squad of bandits in one of the best character-establishing moments in action movies. It's not a battle, but a slaughter, as Luo
Least
Lang,
hopefully
the
they
Ming's
put
master
work on that
swordsman,
show.
makes easy work of the bandits. The numbers game never really mattered, and it's all quality over quantity in this massacre. Just seeing this moment live made me curious in anticipation of what's
fucking
to
them
come
up
with this master
bad,
swordsman.
like-
How would our heroes
Oh my
overcome him?
goodness.
Or would they even be able to? Those are some questions that a badass character introduction makes you ask, and I'd say that Luo Lang's introduction in the movie did an awesome job at building hype for the character.
I love samurai and like samurai shows.
We follow that with another villain appearance.
If there's any,
This time,
any samurai show that you guys know, like anime wise, just put in the comments. I want to watch them all. Because I love samurais. The Bushido period, like just traditional Japanese type, like pretty much Wano period. Like I don't know if I was right, Bushido. And there was also something else. Nobunaga for number 1, or number 10. He's not actually him, but the name. Only reason I know that is from Drifters. Drifters is underrated as hell. It was good as hell. Y'all watch Drifters. That's my recommendation of the video. Watch Drifters.
by Utsuro. Just when you thought that the trouble had ended, a masked villain makes his unwelcome appearance.
Song
For the
Funimation.
characters, what seemed at first to be masked
Probably
Mook
Crunchyroll.
ended up dazzling all three of them with excellent swordsmanship and unparalleled power. A 3-on-1 should be fine for our heroes, right? Wrong. Mask Guy proceeds to easily defeat Nobume, Sogo, and Kagura, only being fended off with the arrival of Gintoki and only to reveal Shoyo's face. More questions pile on as Gintoki breaks down, setting the stage for the next arcs and adding even more intrigue to what's already been a very gripping story. You
Bro, I gotta
know
watch
Utsuro
Gintama.
means business from this appearance
show
alone.
deeper
He
than
then
I
go on
thought.
to establish himself as one of the most broken
I
villains
deadass thought
ever
this was
in
a joke
anime.
ass anime. No, this is a serious anime. They be doing crazy shit. Okay, yep. Kizaru.
Fourth place is Kizaru from One Piece.
おお、こちらキザル。
I still randomly go back and look at this
到
episode.
着しま
Just
した
because
んで。
well, 2 episodes, because he showed up and then
Talk about
next
a
episode
grand
he did his
entrance.
shit.
It's not just
He did
anyone
that
who can
shit.
come in and drive Sambodi crazy with one impactful entry. Coming from the sky, the Admiral makes his presence felt almost immediately. With a visual like that of him standing triumphantly
Show
in
up,
front
start
of the
blowing
smoke
shit
and
up.
flames, you know this guy means business. It's just something to see him look so unfazed and no-sell all the feeble attempts at his life. The way he so nonchalantly acts towards the destruction that he's capable of sort of reminds me of Gojo too. And like Gojo, he's a lot more relaxed than his outlook seems to imply. Some people argue that Kizaru is one of the most important and noteworthy admirals, and while most of it came from his role in the story, I do think that without his impactful and badass debut, he wouldn't have hit the ground
Hey,
running
A
as fast as
plus
he did in
tier
terms
right
of
there.
popularity
He's
and
got the
buzz.
speed of light and the strength. He's an A plus tier. He's got both.
Escanor, one of the greatest and
That's what
most
I'm
powerful
talking
members
about.
of the Seven Deadly Sins, certainly owes his reputation to his impactful first appearance.
See, Escanor a B. He got the strength. He ain't fast he ain't fast enough. He got that strength though. He got that strength.
If I were to show a non-fan a picture of the 7 deadly sins and make them guess the most overpowered one among the bunch, I think that not a lot would pick the big, goofy-looking guy with a mustache. However, Escanor proves that appearance isn't everything,
Put
and
the
the far
fear
more
of God
important
into
than
this
appearance
man.
is a
That's
strong
crazy.
first impression. Even the initial
How you gonna
impression
put the
for
fear of
Escanor
God into
seemed
a
like
demon?
a flop at first, with him being knocked out quite easily at the hands of Galland. However, morning comes and Escanor shows off his true form in one of the most badass turnarounds you'll see in anime. He then proceeds to do Escanor things and straight up destroy Galland in one
Cocky
hit.
ass
Talk about a
mofo.
strong first impression that quite literally came out of nowhere, right?
Sunshine 偉大なる我がマル
やられたな。
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a game changer right there.
For me, how bad a character's introduction is shouldn't just be determined based on the physical.
Just listen. Fucking music.
For me, how bad a character's introduction is shouldn't just be determined based on the physical destruction or the special effects that come along with it. It should be memorable and it should be impactful. So despite not having inflex superpowers or come heralded by lightning and earthquakes or anything of the like, L's introduction makes such a large impact due to his showcase of deduction skills. He first appeared in the series after baiting Light to kill a wanted criminal in live television. His daring and quick resolve showed that he'd indeed pinpointed Light's location and had an idea of how the murders were being carried out. He quickly proves that he's highly intelligent and that he'd catch up to Light Yagami. To face off against a genius like Light Yagami, someone truly remarkable had to enter the stage. And what better hope to face off the inscrutable intellectual power and morals of Light than the nondescript self-absorbed L.
キラ必ずお前を探し出して始末する僕が私が正義だ
Set the stage for a great ass, and I knew this was gonna be number 1. I should have called it. At number 10, I was thinking this is gonna be on the list, but I'm like, I bring up Naruto too much.
Finally, we close with who else but
But, like, why
Madara.
wouldn't I?
Madara has been
It's
so
great.
tied with Naruto's lore ever since the story started taking a more serious turn. A
they
legendary
mentioned him,
figure
man.
known to be responsible
Long
for
as
so
hell ago.
many of the things that shaped the world until now, and his power was a thing of legend. Now, at the climactic arc of the story, that power was about to be unleashed. Such was the
With all the retcons in Naruto, I don't know why that Kaguya was mentioned in like the first part by, what was his name? Kimimaru? Kinimaru? I don't know how it's actually pronounced right now. Pretty sure it's Kimimaru. The Bone Dude. Bone Dude. Yeah, I'm just going home. Call him Bone Dude. Bone Dude. He mentioned Kaguya in the first part. And like, I don't know if they thought, well, I mean, this character, Kaguya, we never fleshed him out. Let's go ahead and make that the big bad instead of Madara. Like, or if they actually planned that from the jump. I'm not sure. I'm forgetting the person who actually wrote Naruto. Is it Kishimoto? Because Oda is One Piece. Kubo's Bleach. So it has to be Kishimoto. Either way, I don't know if he got lucky that he was just like, oh, we mentioned this, you know, we might as well just use that, or like if that was the whole big plan all the way. Because if it was the big plan, I'm sorry, bro, you should have rethought that plan through, because that pissed me off. Madara was hyped up for so long, just Madara Uchiha, he was behind all this, behind all that, even though that could have damn well been retcon too. I don't know.
hype surrounding Madara,
I'm mad
a
now.
character who deserves
I just
to be
made
the
myself
ultimate
mad
test,
again.
the ultimate villain in a story like Naruto. Considering the hype surrounding him and how relevant he is in the grand scheme of things, a glorious introduction
been
is the
hella
least of the
retcons in Naruto,
requirements,
but, like-
and Kishimoto simply hit a home run with his introduction. I know one-man army entrances are a dime a dozen in the world of anime,
still works.
but seeing
It's
Madara
still
live
a
up to the
good-ass
hype
show.
was just a thing of beauty for me. And the good thing about this is that the momentum from such an amazing debut carried over into his subsequent battles, with him just being unstoppable. Heck, Madara himself became too powerful for his own good, so he had to be written out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
目はどうする大抜き
Yeah. Find literal gods
So
from
what
the
do you
moon.
think? Any of those first
It's
appearances
crazy.
made a big first impression on you? I'm sure that some of you can't wait to share your thoughts on any character that I may have missed, so let's head over to the comment section and have a casual chat. If you
Bink.
enjoyed the content of the video, let me
Destroy
know
a
by hitting the
whole-
like button and sharing the video with your
Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. That was a entertaining ass video right there. Go ahead and like I did. Like that video. Like that video. All right, say it one more time. Like that video. And I'm out. I ain't got nothing else to say. Putting them samurai type anime in the comments because I'm trying to watch them. Especially the first person. If I haven't seen it already, first person, I'm definitely gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the first episode tonight. Tonight from the first person who comments it. All right, I'm out. Peace.